everyone, Fire Princess here. We're back at the Medieval Charter Challenge in Satbury. We are playing the Chapman household this round. They are a gentry family. Let's get started. I'll just remind you real fast of who they are. So we have a single dad. The mother died in childbirth because these four are actually quadruplets. And during medieval times, I feel like that would be exceptionally high risk. So their mom passed away there. Arnold is the father to all of these children. Catherine is the oldest. And Edmund is the next oldest. He is betrothed to Lillian Lytton. And then there's Alan, who will be the second, or he's the second son. And the second daughter is Agnes Chapman. And then she is one of the quadruplets to Martha, Thomas, and Peter. For Arnold, I'm thinking that he just won't remarry. I know he wants to marry a rich sim, but there's really no rich female sims that he could really marry. Not to mention that his traits, he's unflirty and unlucky, and a workaholic. So I kind of feel like he would be more focused on work. Today is planting celebration day, so none of the kids have school, there's no work today. They're all just going to be able to hang out. Today is Catherine's birthday, so we will throw a party later on for her. I do have an idea with her. I don't think she's met him yet. Yeah. I want her to potentially be with Giles. He is one of the nobility family that we actually unlocked a little bit ago, so if she could get something going with him, that would be really good for her. After we do Catherine's birthday stuff, I'm actually going to have the older males, Arnold, Edmund, and Alan, they're going to go and do an overnight camping trip at the Lytton hunting grounds. So I'm actually kind of excited about that because it'll be our first overnight camping trip. And this is the perfect family to do it because they are rich and they can afford it. Edmund wants to actually throw a party. Catherine doesn't really necessarily want one. But since Edmund wants to throw a party, we're going to have him throw it, even though it's Catherine's birthday party. The party is about to start, and Arnold here is about to learn a mechanical skill. He wanted to learn one, and he actually needs 2 in order to rank up. He has 2 more levels that he can be promoted to as a gentry, but guests should be on their way. Oh yeah, here they are, perfect. So let's get this party started. Let's get some of them in their real clothes. Holy cow. Some of them are still in their PJs. Here's Lillian. Let's make sure Edmund's in the bath. Okay, that's good. Don't want to be stinky in front of Lillian. Ooh, and let me get a cake real fast. Cake is bought, but it's still a little bit too early to blow out candles, so we'll just see what everyone else is up to. Let's see, did Arthur make it actually? Oh, good. So Catherine actually wants to talk with Arthur. She wants to be his friend. He is a merchant, which is, I believe, only 1 rank below her. It wouldn't be a bad thing for her to know him and talk to him. She is the firstborn daughter, though, so she can't do a rank below her as far as marrying someone. It has to be either equivalent or above for the first daughter. Oh, and look who showed up. It's Mary. She just walked right in, too. Holy cow. Mary is the hoot. I'm telling you, she's the town mom. She can come in and just raid people's fridges when she's not invited. And no one bats an eye. It's about that time. Let's go ahead and have Catherine come blow out the candles. She's got quite the full household. Everyone's here to watch her age up. I'm liking the blue on Lillian. She wore her blue to the Chapman's house, and blue is the color that represents the Chapmans. That's like their color. Oh no, I bet she glitched. I was a little too slow at getting her to the cake, dang it. What is she wearing? Oh my gosh. Alright, let's fix her outfit real fast. So Catherine's clothes are much better. She's not wearing the Chapman colors, her everyday wear, but she does have blue in some of her other outfits, so I think I'll just leave it. Especially since she'll be moving out of the house anyway. She wouldn't be one that inherits the house. Now, it's too bad that they're gonna have a terrible party because the candles glitched out, so the birthday party isn't gonna count as a birthday party, which is grr, but oh well. So he wants to be best friends with Lillian, so let's have him go have a conversation with her. And well, actually, we have quite a few birthdays this round. We have Edmund's birthday and we have Arnold's birthday as well, so we will have lots of sim age-ups to be excited for. Yeah, look at that! That was easy. I hope they have at least a little bit of chemistry, because once he ages up, he's moving in with her, basically, so... They're gossiping about her own daughter. I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. And Lillian loved it, too. Yep, there it is. Look, party score disaster. Well, the party may be a disaster, but I think overall it's been pretty good. There's quite a few people that showed up. Catherine was able to become friends with Arthur, or at least very close. Love will talk to him. And Edmund became best friends with Lillian. So he's pretty much ready to go with their betrothal. And disaster. So all of them are gonna head home, and then let's actually have the boys are going to go eat a little bit, grab some needs together, and they're gonna actually show up to the Lytton hunting grounds so that they can do an overnight camping trip, and we'll meet them there. Alright, so they all are signed up to be on the lot. Most of them are gonna just go straight to bed, but Alan needs to check his trap still. Perfect, so we got it all set up. Let's do bait the trap again, just so there is something there that can be caught. And he actually found a beaver, so that is good. He's gonna go straight to bed, and they will wake up a little early to do some more hunting with more, probably of the deer that are around. So let's do that. Okay, so Alan's woke up very early this morning, and looks like Edmund's about to as well. Arnold's still sleeping in, but the boys are going to go check out and see what kind of animals are out this early in the morning. Okay, let's see. Let's have Edmund come hunt the deer with a sword, sure. He's gonna hunt the duck, and then we'll do another deer with Arnold. It's gonna be a very successful hunting trip this round, I believe. Perfect, so we got the deer. I'm gonna make a note. So Lillian gets the carcasses when they're on the ground like that, and we can't have her doing that, basically, because they would like their animals that they just hunted. Uh-oh, these two are not getting along. That's not a good sign. Oh wow, yeah, they don't have a very strong relationship at all. I wonder if Alan's a little jealous of Edmund's being the firstborn son. There we go, good. Was able to catch this one. Alright, and with that, and Arnold is exceptionally stinky, they are going to end their camping trip here. They've got quite the loot to bring back as far as the animals they were able to capture, and they're not really capture, but able to hunt successfully. So let's go see how the girls have been doing at home. Okay, it is day 2. Everyone's just getting their needs together this morning. Everyone is also off today. That's Sunday, and that's just a day they didn't have to work. Arnold doesn't have any work to go to, and none of the kids need to go to class on a Sunday. So it'll actually be another relaxing day, hopefully. We'll see what our random occurrence scenario roll is, though, so let's check that out. 8 categories, 7 categories. Oh god. We just got a 6. Remember what 6 is? It's death. Oh god. Guys. Okay, there's 12 types, so let's roll a d12. 3. Cart accident. Ah! That one's applicable, guys. Oh! Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna have a death. Is what's happening. I'm not gonna say who, because I like to leave that up to when it actually happens. And I rolled random roll for this, so I just did it with the thing. I just didn't want it to make it obvious who it was gonna be when I rolled it. Because there was 8 of them, and I rolled a d8. And so I know which one is gonna pass, but we'll see who kicks the bucket this round. The more and more we get to know like our characters, the harder and harder it is to kill them off with the random occurrence scenario. Initially it was kind of like, like you kind of know them, but you don't know them well enough, and so it's easy to kind of get rid of them, essentially, but the more and more we know the characters, the less and less I want to kill them. But that's part of the fun, though, is not knowing, and then the random occurrence chance of, oh, now someone dies, now how's that gonna work into the story, and how's any of that gonna do, so... The brothers, or all the male Sims right now, will be able to actually go to the monastery, so we'll get to see them in class, and I'm just gonna do one of the days, so every other day that they would have a school day, they'll just take the rabbit hole bus and be there and come back type thing, because I think it'll be a bit much trying to record the monastery and here and wherever else they go. That's a lot. So we're gonna do one of the days. One of the school days this round will be at the monastery. And we'll see just what they get up to while they're in class. Oh, all of the older males are back from their hunting trip. They enjoyed their time out there. I see these two are getting along actually a little bit better. Arnold seriously needs a bath. That's one of the upgrades they need, honestly, is another shower, because they only have one bath, and that really makes it hard. Everyone's becoming best friends. I love it. They're all so close. Except for the Edmund and Alan. Everyone else has been pretty much best friends, or almost there. So we need to today to get Philibert over, because we actually owe him 100 simoleons for the lumber fund. I was actually thinking, I don't think they're gonna make a lot of money this round, because Arnold has 2 days off where he's not making any money. Although he might get a rank up actually tomorrow with him going to work, so they may actually make a decent amount, but still, they're not making as much as they could because he had a couple of days off. Edmund actually has a part-time job. He is an archer as well, just because we know that he's going to be following in his dad's footsteps. So he's a camp follower. He needs a charisma point, but he's not had the desire to get one, so I haven't had him do that. These two love hanging out together. It's freaking adorable. They're going to be best friends. If they aren't already, they probably are. Not quite, but they'll get there. Thomas actually wants to get a body point, so I'm going to have him come out here and we'll have him jump rope, because so far my Sims haven't rolled too much for getting skill points, so when they do, I kind of want to like, okay, let's do it. Make sure you get a point. Oh wow. I went to go throw water buckets away since Peter was taking a bath, and Alan and Edmund were actually out here hanging out. So they may have started on a bad foot, but I think maybe the camping trip... Ooh, sorry, Alan. I'm not trying to grab you. I think the camping trip actually brought them closer together. Like, they were starting out with this like rivalry, but now they're in a better space than what they were. We'll see how long it lasts. Arnold's inviting over Philibert now to give him his 100. Oh no! I thought maybe they had like a 15. So I was like, he could, possibly. But we're gonna say he said yes and get him over here. There we go, Philibert paid. Perfect. More money for his tree fund. Let's have Catherine talk to Philibert. Philibert is very much taken, but she is a romance sim. And we'll just have her flirt and see what her type is. We have her gender preference set already, but just to, you know, get her talking with some Sims. He is way below her level, but as a romance sim, I don't necessarily know if she would care, especially since she's insane. And she's dramatic, so I feel like drama is her love. She likes to create it and be a part of it type thing. She has no chemistry with Philibert, so she may not start anything with him. Alright, let's go ahead and say goodbye. He got his money and he's a peasant, so he really shouldn't be in their house. Agnes wants to hang out with her dad a little more, so let's have her do that. They're so cute. Alright, so there's still plenty of time in the day, and I think once they've all ate something, let's have Catherine sneak away for a little bit. She is a romance sim, so I think she wants to just check out the local men now that she's old enough and see maybe if the military men or if she can run into Giles. Catherine just made it to the Village Green lot. Village Well and Green. She'll just be hanging out here. She wants to meet someone. Ideally, look at Emma Crane. Oh, that belly. I'm so excited for babies. So Catherine's just hanging out here. She's hoping that Giles will show up on the lot. She's heard about him being in town. She is now old enough to potentially be with him, and he would be quite the improvement for her. So she is hoping... Drake just tried to flirt with Emma. He is hoping that, or she is hoping that she can catch his eye. But he has to show up on the lot first. Oh, don't sneeze on the pregnant lady. Well, it's a bit of a bust here, so she's gonna try one of the other parks. She went to the Fairly There dog park. Not that anyone has any dogs yet, but mostly because there's not any animal breeders yet. So Allison's here. Who else? None of the military men have shown up either. I was hoping one of them would. Simply so that she could at least get a relationship started with someone in case the option isn't there for someone else. Or in case her and Giles don't get along. A lot of the almshouse ladies, none of the ones we actually want here. Rock, paper, scissors with the local townie. Alright, I'm starting to think this park is a bust as well. So Catherine's just gonna go ahead and go home. All the other Sims will just kind of hang out and get their needs and whatnot too, so we'll just jump ahead to tomorrow. Arnold is rushing off to work as an archer, so he'll head that way. The rest of the Sims kind of have a lot of needs to take care of, so let's have them get started with that. So let me get all this taken care of, and let's actually go ahead and go straight to the monastery lot because the boys are going to spend their day there. Oh no, all my students are leaving. Don't leave. I don't know where they're going. Okay, this is my first time playing this in logical school, so bear with me here. None of them are at their desk. Maybe let's have them create work. Let's see, create work for Peter. Not sure if that does anything. Hey, Peter listens. The little boys are listening. They're good students. Ooh, Edmund's coming. Alright, hopefully they stay long enough because I really want to take a picture of this. This is so cool! They're learning in class, guys. This is their school day right now. Oops, he's a little off. Did I have the chair? Maybe the chair wasn't right. He's a little off too. You know what? I don't even care. Let's do help Peter. None of it is working, I don't know. He's just gonna go back to teaching cooking. Alright, if you finish your assignment, you can have a break and you can play. Why don't you guys play some catch? You need fun, I understand. Is he stuck in? Oh my gosh. I think he's stuck in the desk. 1 second. There you go. Now you should work. Edmund finished his assignment. Now it's just Alan that needs to finish his. Oh, Edmund's going over there to do some more. Well, I certainly have a lot more to learn about this, but this has been pretty cool. Just the fact that you can see what they're doing is really cool. Yes, and you'll notice Leonard is here. Oh, Leonard. I know I don't have the right chairs. None of these chairs are actually working for this table, so they're taking a little recess. He's like, and I need fun, so. Wonder if he's stuck too now. I might need to do like single tile desks maybe so they don't get stuck. It's actually almost time for the school day to end. But they got some good teaching in, they got an assignment done. They didn't get any homework help learned, but I'm not sure if that's possible with the Simlogical School. I'm gonna definitely have to mess around with that a bit. Once we have more kids, and the more and more we do it, the more time we'll have to mess around with it, so. Catherine went to Fusty Fields since she was the only one at the house. She really didn't have anything to do. And her, being Kathy, decided to wander out into the world, see what kind of men she can meet. She actually rolled a want when she got on this lot to flirt with Abaji, and she wants to be friends with him. He's a townie, so I don't really want him to be a part of anything. I did her trait. I forgot to do it initially during her birthday, but I did a random trait for her, so she's inappropriate, a klepto, insane, and dramatic, and a gatherer. So, you know, I feel like at least she would have a fling with the townie. But for now, we're hoping that Giles shows up on the lot, and if he doesn't, that's okay. But we'll keep working on her townie relationship, at least give her a little affair, get her some practice since she's not even had her first kiss yet. Let's have her check one more lot, and then we will have her just go back home. This time, Catherine went to the Joy of Music lot, and there's good old Mary. I was kind of hoping the townie would show up on the lot, to be honest, so that we could have her flirt around with him. Well, this lot's looking like a bust as well, so let's go ahead and just jump back to the home lot when everyone's back from work and school. Look who just got promoted! So, Arnold, with all his skilling that he wanted to do, he actually wants to learn lifeline happiness. Okay. He got promoted to an engineer, a military engineer. Ballista, catapults, trebuchets, siege towers, even those newfangled cannons. These are now the tools of your trade. It's up to you and your fellow engineers to create and control the machines that are the best hope of breaking a siege. You're in a command post now, since your expertise allows you to give orders to the pikemen and archers, who will man the siege towers or might help drag and aim the catapults and trebuchets. It's difficult to rise higher in the army's ranks from here. The next step up is the cavalry, and that is largely controlled by the nobility. But if you're determined to reach those heights, work on your physical fitness, mechanical aptitude, and speaking skills. And in the meantime, try not to get hoisted with your own petard. Yay! Alright, so that actually means a rank up item needs to be bought as well. What should we get for that? Cheer on Edmund, he deserves it. He survived his first day of the monastery. But anyway, let's see, what rank up item do we want? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy a flower arranging station for Alan, because that's his one true hobby, and he doesn't like any other type of art. Alright, there we go. There is the flower arranging station. Since it's Arnold's birthday today and... Oop, not Headmaster. And Edmund wants to throw a party, we're gonna actually have him start throwing one now. The kids will be back from school by then, so we will get that started a little early. Maybe I can actually get the cake this time. Time it right. He's like, good job, child. You're in the way though, come on, you're in the way. So, guys, on the way home from school today, the cart actually had an accident. Unfortunately, they rammed into a tree, and it was quite awful. The rest of the children were totally fine. They survived, maybe some cuts and bruises, but they made it. Little Agnes didn't quite make it. Little Agnes got the worst of the cart accidents, and she will be here no longer. Poor Agnes, she was the cute little redhead. I'm sad too. That'll put a damper on the party. Should I still get a cake? It feels inappropriate. Alright, Arnold, you need to go around and give everyone hugs. Because you just lost a child. You've lost a wife. You've lost a child. Medieval times were difficult. Everyone needs a hug. Because I would need a hug. Alright guys, here it goes. At least something happy can happen today. Well, we have to fix his pants, but his shirt isn't too terrible. He wants to save poor Agnes and resurrect her. Playing some catch out here, just trying to distract themselves a bit. Catherine is just calling one of the townies that she wants to befriend. She needs someone to listen right now. They all want to resurrect her. Oh. Alright, well the party is just about over. It is a good time, even though it wasn't really a good time. So hopefully they can move past this. A lot of them want to resurrect Agnes, but like I've said in the other episode, there's just no way to do that right now. We'll see if Mary's able to discover anything, but for the moment everyone's just too sad to really think about how they could actually resurrect Agnes. Arnold got up pretty early just from his grief, woke him up a little early. The rest of everyone else is just kind of waking up. But we definitely need something happy today. And it is actually Edmund's birthday today, and they're just going to be in class and work. Edmund just returned to camp with a load of wood for tonight's fires when he hears two voices calling. One belongs to Fat Wat, a camp cook whom Edmund often helps. He's shouting, "Edmund, his scouts come in with a load of pigs. I need help with the butchering." The other belongs to a man dressed in the armor and mail of a knight. He calls, "Hey, you, come here." Edmund freezes. Should he go to Fat Wat, or should he go to the knight? I think Edmund wants to become a knight, so he's gonna go to the knight. Edmund knows better than to ignore a knight, so with a heavy heart and an empty stomach, he trudges over to him. The knight barely seems to notice Edmund's attitude as he leads Edmund over to his tent. He then orders Edmund to clean it and walks away. Fuming at this task, he's missing a good dinner to do something the knight's servants should be doing. Edmund grudgingly starts to clean. He's so furious that when he knocks the book over and it falls into the mud, he doesn't even care and pretends not to notice. Unfortunately, the knight's squire chooses that moment to come in. You fool! You dropped the Agrippa into the mud." The squire picks up the dripping book. "It's ruined! This will come out of your wages, you filthy urchin." There's no way that Edmund could make enough to pay for an expensive book, but all the same, the squire takes a copper coin from Edmund. Edmund loses 100 simoleons. Ouch. Look who called Catherine. The townie, Abhijit Depiesi. She does actually want to go on a date, so I think... should we have her go on a date with the townie? The townie will never be a part of the play, like the playthrough, but it could get her some wants and her first kiss while she waits to find Giles. And they could use something happy today. None of them even want to throw a party today, which Edmund's been the only one that really wanted to throw one anyway, but after the latest events, he's not really been into it. And with the death of Agnes, I do feel like Catherine would kind of act a little crazy, especially with her being insane and inappropriate. So I think it would make sense that she would call this guy like immediately after this death, and that's the way she wants to deal with it, is to go run off to a lot and be a little naughty, I guess, with another sim. So we'll have her do that. Catherine showed up on the lot with Abhijit. the joy of music lot. Yeah, she does. She's like, I don't want to marry him. I just want to mess around. I don't need anything serious. I just need a distraction to hide from my thoughts. We'll see what he can do for her. Oh my god, guys. Giles made it to the lot. I know she was on a date with Abhijit, but Giles is like her #1, so we're gonna have her go talk to him. In fact, she might even end the date because she doesn't want Giles to see her flirting it up with someone else. Oh yes! This is a very good positive out of all the negative that's happened. She is gonna disregard Abhijit for a moment. Maybe the rest of the moments. Unless Giles leaves the lot. In that case, she'll keep flirting with Abhijit. But right now, she was like, hello, someone else that's more important than you. Which is totally rude, but that's what she's like right now. She's dramatic and inappropriate, so pretty much anything that she does that's inappropriate would make sense. Let's check them out. We'll see what chemistry they might have. Not that chemistry really matters when we're this high up in rank. It's more the status gain that we consider with this kind of thing. But nice chemistry is always good. At least Abhijit doesn't seem to care. Oh, now he does. He's like, Catherine? Catherine? Have you forgotten about me? I'm right here. We could talk. She just shrugs. Oh! A shrug, but 2 bolts, guys. Yes, this is totally what we're doing. Oh, this could not have worked any better. Yeah, she is totally like Abhijit is chop liver right now. I couldn't help myself. Of course she would flirt with him. She's got 2 bolts. She's dramatic. This creates drama. Yeah, they're not friends anymore. She lost the friend. Oh, that was great. I am so happy she met him on the slot. And that they have 2 chemistry. That, like, worked beautifully. Edmund's aging up. And he got promoted. Sentry. Oh, and perfect, he wants to invite someone over. That's exactly what I was going for. I was like, we need to get Lillian over here stat. He may not have wanted a party, but he did want to invite her over. Or at least someone over, and that someone's gonna be Lillian. So he's a sentry now. Somebody has to watch camp when the rest of the army is off fighting or sleeping or goofing off, and right now that would be you. Your job is to guard the perimeters of the camp, marching back and forth and keeping an eagle eye out for enemy forces or peasants who seek to steal supplies. Right now, the danger you face is minimal, and so is the opportunity for glory. If you want to get closer to the action, work on your physical fitness and mechanical skills. Let's get Lillian over, like right now, because we need to see what they're gonna be like. Here's Lillian, let's see. He's like, I'm finally old enough. Chatting, not having a good chat. That's nice. I'm so nervous, guys. I'm like, I'm not even paying attention to anyone else. Right now, it is Edmund and Lily. We need more positive things. Ooh, that's a positive sign. Yes! 2 chemistry! Oh, this could not have worked better. So since they already were betrothed to one another, he will actually move out. We'll wait to move him out tomorrow so that he's not missing any days for aging up, because they have 1 more day of play before he can actually move out. Arnold was wanting to gain mechanical skills, so I was having him read that. Yes, they're both crushing. Well, they may have had a terrible day yesterday, but they are certainly improving it today. It's really funny seeing Lillian, who's supposed to be this, like, proper lady, like, pillow fighting. Okay, well, on this happy note, let's jump ahead to tomorrow. Oh no! Agnes is on the hunt now. It's the last day for them to earn any sort of money, and they're not going to make anything because both Arnold and Edmund have the day off today, and they were the only two bringing in any sort of money. Catherine rolled to go on a date today. She wanted to go on a date today and to become friends with Giles. So today's plan is probably going to be having her go on a date with Giles, and then later on in the evening we're going to have Edmund go on a date with Lillian, and he's going to propose. Catherine just made it on lot with Giles here. They want to have some conversations. She does not want to marry Giles. Well, unfortunately you don't get much of a choice. Your family gets a lot of status with you marrying Giles, so you're not gonna make it to any sort of not being with Giles. As a romance sim, yes, I understand that sucks for you, but who's to say you won't have some affairs? It's very possible. Knowing your traits, I could see you being a sim that does that. So they need to get to know each other, they need to become friends. Giles needs to befriend her dad, just so that they know that it's an approved marriage, that it was okay on both ends. So they'll work on that. Let's see if they'll slow dance. Ooh, he's crushing on her already. Oh, she knows how to work the charm. Get your slow dance on. Oh no, Sophie in the background is getting stolen from. No, Sophie. Poor Sophie. We're rushing it so hard, but I know that he's crushing on her, so he's gonna accept a lot of what she's doing. So I'm gonna totally do it. And she needs her first kiss, guys. Yay, it was a good first kiss. Alright, they're gonna go through a few more things. They're not best friends or anything yet, so a lot of options are still blocked out. But they'll finish up their date here, and we will jump to Edmund's date with Lillian. So Edmund showed up onto the New Day church lot, mostly because he wanted to do the date here, as well as be able to drop off his sister's grave at the graveyard. I'll move it to a better spot than right there, but for now, that's where she'll be. But at least she's on the church lot. She can't bug her siblings in the middle of the night anymore. Can't have any of that. And these two are gonna hang out. Hopefully they can get some more connections going. So they moved inside, and look who is playing the violin. Bryce. Haha. The mood is set. There's nothing but love that should happen, hopefully. Keep playing, Bryce. I need ya. He's in love with her. We just need Lillian to be in love with him. And he wants to be engaged. Yay. Alright, we'll see what all he's able to do with that. Come on. Fall in love. Fall in love. There it is. Alright, you know what that means. Time to propose. I kind of want them to go to Four Shields Tavern so they can woohoo. Yay! Oh, and they are of equivalent status, so the firstborn male is okay to marry her, basically. So let's call a taxi, and we're gonna go exactly where you think I'm gonna go with him. On his way to call a taxi so they could head over to the tavern, Evit Brackus totally scared Edmund. He loved it because he's a knowledge secondary, but he is in dire need of sleep and hygiene and eating. He's gonna end up falling asleep in bed. Okay, you know what? Actually, because he got scared by Evit, I think they're gonna wait on their whole woohoo together. So they're just gonna end the date. That's it. It was a good date. Or, just kidding, Lillian thought it was boring. Regardless, he needs to go home. He's like about to die. I really hope one of the ghosts don't scare him again, because he screwed if they did. Oh my gosh, guys. I was just waiting for the morning so that we could do the taxes. And frickin' we have a burglar right now. The maid's left, so she's not around to stop. He's in the military, so I'm kind of wondering if we should wake him up, but he is unlucky, so I kind of think he's not going to wake up to it. Catherine's not going to. He's observant or perceptive, but I forgot to mention, by the way, speaking of his traits, he got born salesman as his other trait. So, that's where he's at. Let's see what Jessica's going to take from him. Someone wake up. Someone wake up. No! We just got that. Alan hasn't even had a chance to use it. What? Oh. Oh, man. A chair. Oh, our tapestry. Our flowers. Oh. Oh my god, she dug deep. Ugh. I'm so mad that she took the flower arrangement. We literally, we just got that. Well, Alan, sorry. You're gonna have to wait till we have another rank up, I guess. So much for you learning and getting ahead of the curve with the flowers. Okay, well, since they're all up anyway, we might as well just go through the taxes. As a gentry status, the Chapmans owe 10% income tax, a $3,000 in rent, a 10% tithe, and they owe a burial fee of 100 simoleons. So in total, that comes out to 3,530 simoleons are owed. So they did not make more than what they owed this round, which is not good. With that, they are going to pay the royal treasure. Ooh, Giles just got us a mirror for our awesome date. She's putting that straight in her room. Replace the spot where the flower arrangement was. So, Catherine's gonna send the money since Arnold's asleep right now. And with this, that ends this episode. It was certainly all over the place with deaths and proposals and new crushes and... Thank you guys for watching. As always, I will see you guys next week.